You're listening to the WBT Podcast with Micah Lodge. Listen to all of our podcasts at www.wbtpod.com. Stay informed. Let's get started.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.
And welcome to another podcast of the WBT. This is Michael Lodge. I'm so glad that you've helped me. Help me by making this program good by your listening and by you joining me every single morning. I truly do appreciate it because it's that time that I get to talk to you one-on-one. One of the topics that a lot of small business people never think about, and that is business identity theft. And that's happening every single day. But small businesses and large businesses, they get so caught up in their day-to-day activity that they forget to think about risk. And risk is very important when you're trying to run a company, especially when it has to do with identity theft. So taking time to understand these threats is the first step in making sure your team knows just how to secure their identities, especially as more employees and independent contractors are using their personal devices to handle work or contract issues and tasks. So let's talk about 4 ways identity thieves are trying to track down your company's sensitive information. And I found this in an article in Inc. magazine written by Alexa Dougherty. And he gave some really good insight. You know, every single morning, and I encourage each and every single one of you, if you're running a small business, study. At 5 o'clock every single morning, I get up and I begin to read articles. And I also share them within my websites that I have all over the place. And I study what issues could affect small business because I specialize in small business and business issues. So the first identity theft issue is biometrics. There was a Japanese study that found that hackers can lift fingerprints from photos taken up to 10 feet away, giving these thieves out there all the need to steal your identity. And it's not just fingerprints that hackers are going after. Apple's Face ID was touted as secure and private, but a 10-year-old in New York recently found that, thanks to facial similarities, he could gain access to his mom's phone. His discovery leaves the door open for what do we want to call them? Bad actors, thieves, fraudulent people, to not only potentially read texts or transfer personal funds, but expose sensitive company information stored on your phone or even now your computer. We hear a lot about the word Bitcoin. For as little as 0.049 Bitcoins, roughly $500 depending on the day, hackers can be paid to infiltrate personal computers and hold personal documents, tax returns, and photographs hostage until individual victims or large institutions pay up. U.S. hospitals were virtually held hostage by a ransom attacker this year. The attacker demanded computer users to pay $300 to a Bitcoin address to restore device access. So although personal information isn't always compromised through these attacks, It renders individuals and businesses helpless until they pay the ransom or risk losing the data, and then you have to rebuild the network. And I know that a lot of you have been held hostage, because I know you've told me. So it's this continued risk observance, while looking at risk every single day and how it could attack you at any moment. Then there is the issue of text. Hackers know the word is out on phishing. They also begun the SMISH, S-M-I-S-H, which means SMS phishing. The term refers to Trojan horse text messages hackers will send to phones. When links or attachments inside the messages are opened, identity stealing software can proceed in and out of your computer to wreak havoc, or into your cell phone to wreak havoc. Recording passwords, fingerprints, and financial data. And then you need to also consider your Wi-Fi. How are you using your Wi-Fi on your cell phones, personal computers? Wi-Fi routers are still posting problems too. In 2008, on Santa Cruz, couple began hacking into their neighbors' wireless internet routers. Over the next 8 months, they created fake accounts and stole around $15,000 from more than 24 acquaintances before neighbors pooled information and caught the couple. Hacking Wi-Fi is a criminal act, but it's actually not that difficult. Even protected Wi-Fi networks are vulnerable to attacks. The problem with many of these hacks is that they don't know how much information was exposed until it's too late. Yahoo initially reported a data breach in 2016, but it wasn't until a year later that they realized 3 billion user accounts were exposed. We can learn from these lessons and realize that awareness, doing your due diligence, being proactive to the potential threats is the first step to identifying and strengthening the weakness or the weakest link in your security systems and in our security chain. So we have to watch out. We have to look at this every single day. If you're not looking at your risk, you are exposed. Even if you take 30 minutes a day to look at everything, to look at your security logs that come off of your computer systems or on your personal computer. Run your security checks, your backup information, backing everything up. We can manage risk as long as we are proactive at it. And as small business owners, you and I have to be proactive on everything at all times. I would much rather spend 30 minutes a day looking at my systems, reading the reports, looking to see who was trying to get into the systems, and be more proactive. Because I hate risk. When I know that I have a little bit of control over that risk, I'm going to take it. And hopefully, you are too. It's amazing how quickly just one little movement, one answering of an email or looking at an email that you're not familiar with can send your whole system spiraling downward and losing data, precious data that you have worked on for so long. So be proactive. That's the best way to manage your business. Be proactive. Assign someone or yourself to monitor your risk. This is Mike Lodge for the WBT. If you have any questions, send me an email at mlodge@lodge-co.com. Listen to my podcast every day at www.wbtpod.com, because every single day I have a different subject so that we are all learning together. I'll talk with you very, very soon.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.
Thank you for listening to the WBT with Michael Lodge. Join us again tomorrow as we explore more about business and taxes. Follow us on iHeartRadio and go to our podcast website at www.wbtpod.com and listen to all of our podcasts and read our blogs.